So your job was to go ahead and take a look at Jeremiah, Keisha, Susan, and Jamie and their explanations. It says Jeremiah, who's the correct, says you want to know actual show length, and then we know total program length. So we're going to have to express it as minutes of the actual show over minutes of the total or show length. So that would be 22 over 30, which would give us a constant of 11/15. Keisha, who was wrong, said you could express it as 11/15, or you could flip it and make it 15 over 11, and she was wrong. Um, Susan was wrong. She had 22 over 8, which would be taking the actual show length and dividing it by the 8 minutes of commercials and getting a ratio of 11/4. And Jamie said, well, I like what Jeremiah did with the 22 and 30, but he had it flipped. He wants to show you the total length to get the minutes of the show. So let's take a look at these. First, let's look at Susan's. She was the only one that used commercial length in hers. Why is she incorrect? Susan is showing the rate of proportionality of actual show length to commercials viewing time. This doesn't help us if we only know the total show length. Okay, does not help us if we only know the total show length. All right. And then explain why Jeremiah is correct, but Jamie and Keisha aren't correct. First of all, Jeremiah, Keisha, and Jamie all can test for proportionality. So can Susan. You can look at any X and Y, and as long as you express it the same way, test for proportionality. So Jeremiah is correct because he's looking at the show length, actual show length, as a function of the total show length, or the actual show length in direct comparison to the total show length in the denominator. That's why he's correct. So that anytime we have a total show length, we can multiply by this constant and we'll get the minutes. So if it's 60 minutes, we'll know it's 44 minutes of viewing. If it's 120 minutes, then we know that it's 88 minutes of viewing. Okay, so that's why he is correct. Jamie and Keisha said you could use both. Jamie said you could use the other. Their expression is opposite on that. 30 minutes is or the total show length expressed as the actual show length. So that's not, that fraction's not going to get us what we need. It's actually, if I took the total show length and I made it, or I multiplied it by the constant, which is 15/11, I would get a show that's longer in actual time than total time. That's not possible. Okay, so Jeremiah is correct because he has the actual show length on top and the total show length on the bottom, and then he can use that fraction or that constant to multiply against any total show length to get the actual minutes. Hopefully that helps. You guys have a great Wednesday.